Hello everyone and welcome back to our Python programming series. If you enjoyed the Python shell in our last episode and introduced yourself to the coding world, great job. Today we're taking our baby steps into the world of Python programming. It's like learning the alphabet before writing stories. Are you ready? Here we go. Now let's move on to the indentation instructor. In Python, we don't use curly braces like some other programming languages to define blocks of code. Instead, we use spaces. Think of spaces like the way we organize our code. For example, look at this code. Here we have an if statement that checks if 5 is greater than 2. The space before print is essential because it tells Python that print is part of the if block. If you forget the space, Python won't understand. Let's move on to the variable and data types. In programming, a variable is like a labeled box. You put stuff in the box and you use the label to find it later. For example, here my name is our labeled or variable and it's equal to Alex. We're storing the text Alex in the my name box. Now let's explore basic input and output. So, the programming is like a conversation with your computer. Let's see how to talk to it. For example, this line tell Python to display hello world on your screen. Print hello world. For the input, we're gonna use this example, which is name equal to input, then a text or a message. What's your name? We're asking for your name. Whether you type will be stored in the name variable. Now, to make Python use that information, we're gonna use print. This line tells Python to greet you using the name you entered. Now, let's experiment a little bit. Open your terminal. And then type number 1 equal to 10. Or first, we need to enter to the Python shell. So type Python and then press enter. Then type number 1 equal to 10. Then number 2 equal to 5. If number 1 greater than number 2, then space 1, 2, 3, 4, print the first number, the first is greater, or let's say just is bigger. Then we close our parenthesis. If I press and enter, it will display the first number is bigger. Now let's try without the space. If number 1 greater than number 2, then I'm gonna remove the space. If I press enter now, I'm gonna have an error. So what's happening here? When we remove the space before print, Python will give us an error. It won't understand that print is part of the if block because the space is crucial for defining the structure of your code. So, Python relies on proper indentation to determine which code belongs to a particular block. That's why. So let's play with variables. Type these lines. My name equal to Alex, then my age equal to 20, for example, and then favorite color equal to blue, and then I'm gonna display all this information and using the print function. So print hi, my name is, then this is a text plus the variable my name plus I am plus my age plus years old, and I love the color plus favorite color plus and then I'm gonna close the parentheses. So did you notice we used the str here? So the str around my age, this is because Python needs to combine text and number. In here, the text, which is I am and years old, and the number, which is my age. So if I press enter, it will display all the information and the value of our variables. Hi, my name is Alex. I am 20 years old and I love the color blue. So if I wanted, like, for example, a space here, I need to add a space here and then here, just before the years old. And here, if I type enter, if I press enter, I'm gonna have the space between I am and years. So let's have a conversation with Python type. I'm gonna give him a question. So question, our variable, equal to input, which is our function to ask the user, ask me anything, question. And then I'm gonna close the braces. the parentheses. Then here we have a message. The message asks me any question, which is ask us to enter something. So I'm gonna just type something like what's your name? And then I'm gonna print a message which is that's a tough one. Let me think. So it won't really answer, but it's fun to pretend. Well, look at this stride. Look at the stride we're making in Python. From understanding code structure to having small conversations. So just stay curious and remember, every programmer started just like you. Now it's your turn to try this exercise and explore even more on your own. The best way to learn is by doing. See you in the next video. Until then, keep playing with the code and most importantly, enjoy every moment.